All right, today I'm going to talk about the new Taylor Swift video, propaganda, and the symbolism and the individual itself. So the very first thing we see is a quote from Cher, which says, "Mom, I am a rich man."
My mom said to me, "You know, sweetheart, one day you should settle down and marry a rich man." And I said, "Mom, I am a rich man."
And it also has all kinds of trannies. This is tranny propaganda, androgynous alchemy propaganda, Masonic, Kabbalistic propaganda. The trannies are taking over the world. You need to calm down. There's the tattoo with butterflies and a serpent, and the muscular back. Taylor hanging out with some drag queens. Basically, this whole video is just a big trans fest. But if you think about it, all videos really are, right? This one's just a bit more open than usual. So they're coming out. It's a very transpocalyptic video. There's Laverne Cox. All right. And there's some, now I forget this guy's name, but he puts on dresses at all these award shows and stuff. And it's just some dude dressing up like a woman. You know what I mean? It's a drag queen. And there they are, drinking the magic secret sauce, the alchemical mixture. Bunch of rainbow flags. And there's the trailer park trash Christians, right? Christians, of course, all live in trailer parks. And now here on stage, these are all trannies from the RuPaul's Drag Race, right? So openly admitted trannies are on stage pretending to be celebrities. Specific celebrities like Lady Gaga, Ariana Grande, and all these other celebrities, and Taylor Swift is there as well. So they're basically saying that, yes, these celebrities actually are trannies. That's what they're telling you right there. At the very end of the video, pushing for the Equality Act. All right? Now, I've shown many times the Equality Act will legislate turning children into androgynes. All right? It will sterilize and essentially destroy the human race, okay? And that's what they're trying to do right now. Taylor Swift pushes for Equality Act in new pro-LGBT music video. And look at the symbolism right there. Now, Taylor Swift has openly admitted to using symbolism, which he calls Easter eggs. And right here, at the beginning of the video, it's the point within a circle. Let's see what that means. All right, so this is the book called The Symbolism of Freemasonry by Albert G. Mackey, written in 1882. The point within a circle is another symbol of great importance in Freemasonry. All the deities of pagan antiquity, however numerous they may be, can always be reduced to two different forms of the generative principle, the active or male and the passive or female. Hence, the gods were always arranged in pairs as Jupiter, Juno, Bacchus, Venus, Osiris, Isis. But the ancients went further, believing the procreative and productive powers of nature might be conceived to exist in the same individual. They made the older of their deities hermaphrodite and used the term whatever, or man-virgin, to denote the union of the two sexes in the same divine person. And this union was symbolized by different ways, but principally by the point within the circle, the tranny in the swimming pool. Well, there's the Adam's apple on the Ellen Show. Any questions? Any burning questions? Kind of like 9/11, right? It looked like a plane flew through a glass building. Well, that building was not made of glass. It was made of steel. Underneath the glass was steel that you couldn't really see. Underneath the tranny is male bone structure that's covered up in paint, all right? They call it makeup. So the cover of Time magazine is part of the propaganda, getting this person out there. Best man. Who's the best man? Taylor's the best man. His naked body explained. Whose body? Taylor's body. How to get Taylor Swift's body? Well, first of all, be born as a man. That'll do it. But if you don't want people to know you're a man, put on a dress, cross your legs, put your hand on your hips, and wear a bunch of makeup, all right? For those of you who don't know that there's a difference between the bone structure of men and women, we can show this in photographs. It's called photographic evidence, which is admissible into the court of law. This is called photographic evidence, and I'm doing something called forensic analysis. This person right here, male bone structure. Look at the shoulders, look at the torso, Look at the skull, all right? It's just so tedious for me to sit here and explain this stuff when it's so obvious, all right? That's male bone structure. Just look at the pictures, all right? Which one does it look like? Which one does it resemble? Oh, but it can't be a man because it's wearing a dress. Well, my photographs prove this person has male bone structure, all right? No hips, all right? Look at that. Just normal male hips. You can get kind of a slight curve on a male body like this. I mean, come on, look at the hips, all right? Hips are the gold standard of forensic anthropology, all right? Forensic analysis. There's no hips there, all right? Look at the hip-to-shoulder ratio. Look at the skull. Look at the torso. Look at the placement of the navel compared to the hips, all right? The whole thing, all right? All right, that's a dude in drag, all right? That's a dude with makeup. Well, it's an instinct as well, right? I have an instinct towards real females. And it kind of goes haywire when you look at a tranny. It's like, whoa, it kind of looks like a female, but something ain't right. A lot of people just don't know what a tranny looks like, all right? It looks like this. This is Taylor the tranny, all right? Taylor Mason the tranny. Why the hips? Because women give birth. They need different kinds of hips, all right? And look at the shoulders there sticking out like that, all right? It's just a bony, lanky dude in a dress with lipstick on. The makeup is to conceal and to deceive, all right? And it's very powerful optical illusion. These people are female illusionists, very masculine, right? Look at that male skull, but it's airbrushed with makeup. And they give these people something called FFS, facial feminization surgery. The forehead down to the nose, even down to the chin, that's all feminized, smoothed out, reduced. Now, it seems like they forgot to do it there. Well, even Katy Perry may have done a bit of things on the nose there, but still has that massive brow bone. It's called deception. There's 2 layers. There's the first layer of makeup, and underneath that is a male skull. And if you can't see that, I can't help you. Just continue being deceived. You can even see the Adam's apple there on this thing right here. His body is a wonderland. Look at that male jaw. It's a boy who's been feminized. May have been a handsome boy, right? A handsome young man will turn into someone who looks kind of like an attractive female if you feminize the skull, all right? That's what's going on. More occult symbolism, all right? But look at that overall, it's very large bone structure in the face. But the makeup is very precise and very well done, and there's tons of makeup. Wearing a mask. Now there's Chelsea Manning. Kind of looks kind of similar, right? But Chelsea Manning is not pretending to be female. Chelsea Manning has admitted to being a man in drag, right? But look at the Adam's apple. It's basically the same. Very, very similar. Why is that? Because they're both a couple of trannies, all right? Taylor Swift rules the world. The best man. Cover of GQ, same magazine. There's Kim Transdashian, right? Now, if you're fooled by that, sorry. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, really. If you think that's a female. People with the pearls. The secret wisdom, right? The secret sauce in the pearl. All right, the flat back, no butt, male hips. That's a man in a dress right there. Look at the broad shoulders. The shoulder to hip ratio, right? Do you know what ratio means? Taylor the tranny towers above even the other trannies, all right? Even more tranny than the rest of them. Look at these shoulders, the strength in the shoulders. It's all skinny and bony and lanky. It's all dolled up, prettied up. Where's the navel? Does Taylor not have a belly button? Oh, that's right. Taylor likes to wear the pants really high to cover up the navel, so you cannot compare the placement of the navel to the hips. There's a somewhat masculine photo. Now, I was trying to tell a friend of mine about this stuff, and he said the black and white photos are easier for him to spot because black and white kind of minimizes the effect of the makeup. Some people just can't see bone structure underneath the makeup. They're blinded largely by lust, right, or some kind of... some people are just spiritually blinded, and there's nothing you can do. Taylor could whip his dick out right there, and people would still be like, well, I don't know, I think it's a woman. But you don't need to look at genitals, right? You don't need to look at reproductive organs. Bone structure is just as much as an indication of sex as reproductive organs are, okay? You don't need to look at what's under the pants there. You need to look at that body and the bone structure, shoulder to hip ratio. All right, look at the thickness, the firmness, the fake breasts, of course, right? Those breasts are fake, all right? This entire person is fake, It could be a sex robot as far as we know, right? It looks like one of those plastic sex robot dolls they're making over there in Japan right now. So all these men are lusting after an illusion. So maybe some of you need the black and white to kind of see through the makeup a little bit better. Masculine face, a bit of makeup, probably some surgery even at that point. Large head, that's Taylor right there, right? With the skull, right? Give me an egg, I need to make an omelet. And I got this can I need opened. Yeah, there's a masculine photo right there. Probably would have been a handsome young man. But if you feminize the skull with facial feminization surgery, put makeup on it, female hairstyle, female clothes, get them to act like a woman and talk like a woman, right? They practice, they change the voice, no problem. Why would they do this? Well, it's their religion, all right? They believe an androgynous God created androgynous humans, and the fall of man was the separation of the sexes into two distinct sexes. The salvation of man is when the two sexes unite again. That's why there's all this talk of unity. That's why there's a transgender agenda. So this is when they're younger, right? A young boy, they're easily feminized because they haven't grown into a full man yet. There it is. Kind of looks like a totally different person, right? I mean, you don't know what that is. Is that a boy or a girl? I mean, it looks like a girl because of the hair. That's about it. It actually looks very androgynous, right? Which is kind of the look they're looking for. Looks like an androgynous alien. And, it probably will tie into this ancient alien deception that we're all descendants of some kind of alien race that was androgynous at one point. Who knows what kind of thing they're going to tell us in the future about the aliens and all this stuff. But there's no aliens, they're demons. Cleft chin there, which doesn't seem to exist anymore, does it, right? All right, so you got the trannies. Look at the forensic evidence of the bone structure. You got the religion. You can find out all about their religion. Just look at the Kabbalah, Judaism, Freemasonry, alchemy, all this stuff. And then there's the propaganda, and there's the agenda, which is what this music video is. It's one of the best examples of propaganda I've ever seen. For what? The Equality Act. So you got legislation as well. And, of course, what happens if children grow up androgynous? Well, they're sterilized, all right? They're sterilizing the human race to recreate us into their own image, all right? And the content of the music video that we're looking at today is telling us that they are all a bunch of trannies, and that maybe we should all become a bunch of trannies too. When read backwards and subdivided, the tetragrammaton forms the Hebrew words ho and he. The Kabbalists regard this to be a very important transposition because the Hebrew words ho and he respectively signify he and she, which therefore mystically denotes both the male and the female aspects of the Creator. The ineffable name thus represents the male and female principle, which therefore is equivalent in its symbolism to the point within a circle. The concept of the existence of a creator with a dual gender has permeated all of the major religious systems since ancient times.